it's Erika Misha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, I have been wanting to do this video for a very long time. Yes, I have. Look around, God is moving. Look around, God is moving. And when I say that, there is so much that I wanted to talk about. Let me look at my notes, because like I said, there's so many things I wrote down. I mean, I've been feeling in my spirit, I've been feeling a great move. You know, I've been noticing a lot of things happening, you know, here on earth, of course, but in the spiritual world, you know, I've been feeling a great movement, a great shift of things, you know, happening here on earth. And I have been noticing, you know, a lot of times we focus on the negative. We focus on the enemy, or we say this about that, or we say this about them and this and that. But one thing that I have been noticing is a great move of God. Let me look at my notes, because before I forget to say these things. Many people are starting to get curious about God and wanting a relationship with God. I am noticing that a lot of people are becoming more curious about Christ, more curious about God. You know, we focus on the negative, and we talk about this, and we talk about the internet, and we talk about this and all kinds of stuff that's going on. But I have been noticing a lot more people are starting to get a hunger for Christ, wanting to know about God, wanting a relationship with God. I am starting to notice it. I don't know if you've been noticing it, but I'm telling you, I have been noticing that more people wanting to know about God, wanting to have a relationship with Christ, becoming curious about of course, when I'm on social media, you know, just doing my weekly posting and stuff like that, I am noticing I'm starting to see more posts about Christ, more posts about God. You know, I am starting to notice that. I'm starting to see more posting on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, more postings about God. And I'm also starting to notice a lot of YouTubers, you know, that are starting to build relationships with God, you know, starting to mention God. You know, there's some YouTubers that, you know, that I have been watching, you know, like cooking and all kind of stuff, just regular vlogging YouTubers. And I'm starting to notice them, you know, and some of them I've been watching for years, and I've never heard them mention God, even pick up their Bible. But now I'm starting to notice they're mentioning God more. They're picking up their Bibles. They're going to church more. I'm telling you, there is a great thing happening. There's a great move happening. If we just take our time and look and see what is going on, let's focus on Christ. Let's focus on God. And yes, the enemy is busy. That's what he does. But we have to also realize God is busy as well. God is on the move. People are building a hunger for Christ, and God is on the move. God is stepping right in to feed that hunger for his people. And I'm noticing this, you know, when I'm online doing my postings and, you know, scheduling my videos and just everything that I'm doing. I am starting to notice overflow of spiritual quotes and Bible quotes and encouragement and spiritual inspiration and all kinds of stuff that people are posting online. I am starting to notice it, and I hope everybody is starting to notice the move of God, what God is doing. We give the enemy too much credit. We give him too much credit. We have to forget about him and let's focus on God, what God is doing. You know, like I said, we're always talking about, oh, this and this and this and that. But God, what about God? Yeah, the enemy is busy, but what about God? God's even busier too. I'm telling you. Okay, so I've been following, yeah, I said that people that I have been following for years, never heard them mention God, you know. But, you know, I myself, you know, with me living with Christ, you know, I like vlogs and watching people live their daily lives and, you know, and what people go through and stuff like that. You know, a lot of stuff I can relate to what people are going through, you know, but I do love the fact that now, and I don't really follow many people, you know, on my Instagram. I mean, you know, I'm not really the type that follows a lot of people. You know, I don't follow the famous people, you know what I mean? I mean, unless it's a pastor or a bishop or somebody like that, you know, but I mean, and even then I don't really follow too many of them, but you know, to say that I just don't follow everybody. I can remember a time where on Instagram I may have been following thousands, but now I think on Instagram I'm following about maybe 80, 90 people. You know, I just had to realize, who am I following? I mean, I know I'm following God, I know I'm following Christ, you know, but you gotta ask yourself sometimes with Instagram, who am I following? What do we have in common? Why am I following? You know, and that's the same thing as Facebook. I mean, you know how Facebook is. Facebook is just oversaturated with people. But YouTube, same thing, you know. Who am I subscribed to? Who am I following on YouTube? Who am I subscribed to? You know, you gotta ask yourself that as well, and I did. But I don't know, I think on YouTube I'm only, I don't know, maybe like 100 people, 115 people I subscribe to. But you know, that's another video. But God had been dealing with me, you know, and God had been showing me, you know, when I'm online and doing my posting and stuff, and God had been showing me, God said, look at what I'm doing. God said, look at me, and I am starting to notice it, you know, in YouTube world, I am starting to notice it. I am starting to notice how God is just making a move on the YouTube platform. You know, like I said, YouTubers that never really talked about God, now they're talking about God. They're going to church, they're building a relationship, they're hungry for God. They're reading their Bibles. This is amazing to me. I love it. I love to see how people, men and women, are hungry for Christ. And I'm starting to notice more of God's people, more prophets online, and more bishops, and more, you know, people with YouTube channels and outlets, you know, so that people can learn about Christ and build a relationship with God, you know. I'm telling you, God is on the move. God is busy himself. God is doing what God does best. He is touching lives. He's touching people, healing. He's being there for people. He's what he is, comforter. His love, his patience, his grace. Like, I see it every day, growing more. We talk about the bad things on the internet. Yeah, we all know everything on the internet isn't great. We all know that. But let's talk about the good, positive things that are on the internet, such as God's people, such as we see people speaking out for Christ. You know, we see people living for Christ. You know, I'm starting to notice a lot more YouTubers too. You know, that's starting to grow too. I'm starting to notice that there are a lot of more Christian YouTubers. You know, there were times where, you know, some people might want to hide their religion, might want to hide the fact that they are Christians and living for Christ. But I'm starting to notice a whole bunch of YouTubers that are living for Christ. Even people on Instagram and Facebook, living for God, not ashamed to say, I am a child of the King. I'm telling you, this is what's happening. Open your eyes and realize God is on the move. God is moving. He never stopped moving, don't get me wrong, but God is moving. God is moving. And I love how I'm noticing it. I'm noticing God talking to me about it. God is showing me. God is saying, hey, stay faithful. God's telling me, you know, when I get weary, God says, stay faithful. He said, look, I'm moving. He said, look, I'm moving. I'm moving. I am doing. I am moving. Look at what I am doing. He says, stay encouraged. Keep doing what you're doing. Because I tell you, today, right now, it is 2:30 in the afternoon. Let me get my phone to show y'all. Now, y'all know, when I record, here's the time. 2:26. Y'all can see. 2:26. Y'all know I start recording 9 o'clock in the morning. I start recording early in the morning. And here it is, almost 2:30. And I'm recording. It's been that kind of day. And the enemy has been busy, not wanting me to record. But I said, oh, I'm going to record. I don't care if it's 5 o'clock in the evening, 10 o'clock at night. Oh, I'm going to record. Oh, it's going to get done. I'm going to do what God has called me to do. And that's what we have to do. We got to push ourselves. We got to push ourselves and push ourselves to do what God is calling us to do, no matter what happens and how the enemy tries to get busy and discourage you. You got to push yourself, and you got to push yourself and push yourself. And that's what I did today. I said, God, what else? You know, what else could go wrong? I said, God, it doesn't matter, because I'm still going to do what you call me to do. I'm still going to put my video up. I'm still going to record today, God. God is on the move. God is moving. Pay attention. God is moving. He is moving. People are hungry for Christ. And it's our job as God's people to feed them. All right, guys. This is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go in the description box. Click on that link to my second channel, guys. Over there, I'm cooking, online shopping, reviews, makeup, nails, family vlogs. Y'all, I'm telling you. DIYs, I'm doing all kinds of stuff over there. If you guys are into any of that, click on that link in my description box. Go over to my second channel, guys. Show me some love and support over there. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.